Maksharasamudbhavam tasmat sarvagatam brahma nityam yajne pratishtitam. Like that he says. So there, it's a little different. Satyam Brahma is talked about. That Brahma pervades every activity we do, etc. is said there. So Pajanyadanna Sambhavaha. So how does the mantra starts?
Annat
bhavanti bhutani.
Annad bhavanti bhutani parjanyadanna sambhavaha yajnad bhavati parjanyaha parjanyad yajnah karma samudbhavam karma brahmodbhavam vidhi. Okay, so there it's a little different. So Brahma Ji doesn't come there, and there all pervasiveness of Brahma is taught. So everything is created in this particular order is there. Therefore, Brahma is very much present in all the activities we do, and our entire activity, our life, our whole body, our person is pervaded by Brahma. Asmat sarvagatam Brahma. Nityam yajne pratishtitam. In all your activities, Ishvara is very much there. There is no such thing called a secular act. Taking a shower, Ishvara very much there. Having food, very much there. Walking, talking, running, everything, jogging, everything. Ishvara is very much there. So look into that, Meera, and see that connection. All right, wait here, go ahead.
Yes, Jagmohanji, you said Om Tat Sat. So what was your translation of Om Tat? Om is for protection. And then Sat, you said, is the unqualified existence. And Tad is what in that case?
That in this definition we gave, that is that which is not objectifiable.
Okay.
That Om which is not object, Om, the protector which is not objectifiable is Tat. Aparoksham ityartaha. So implied in that is the Mahavakya.
Okay. So Om, the protector, is that which is not objectifiable, that is a Tad. And then Sat is the
eternal. It is existence which implies eternal. So the eternal, non-objectifiable protector is called Om Tat Sat. Can give other meanings also to the Om Tat Sat. Can give other meanings also.
Right. Because Puja Swamiji's in the Bhagavad Gita translation, he says Om is the only reality, right? That's how that Om Tat Sat in the concluding verse of every chapter, Puja Swamiji, that's how he says.
Right.
Brahman is the only reality.
Correct. You can give that. So other meanings can be given.
Thank you, Jaykumarji.
Sure. Because now that we have understood so much, you can now comfortably give a meaning to a mantra like this without deviating from Krishna's intentions. Prasadji, go ahead.
You can just press the space bar once, Haraprasadji.
Still unmute.
Just press the space bar once. Yeah,
okay.
Leave it there. Yeah.
Coming back to Om Tat Sat, you said something about only few people are qualified to say this. Did you say that?
I remember saying that.
No, you said that. You said something like that. Not everybody can say that. Something like that you said.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, correct. So there is just the syllable Om. Only a sannyasi can say Om. Om is a mantra only reserved for a sannyasi. All of us who are not sannyasis, we will say Om but followed by something. Om Yam Brahma Varunendra, Om Tat Sat, Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam. That kind of Om followed by something. Om by itself is not a mantra that we can't say that. By tradition, we can't say.
Oh, it
Om,
is. Okay.
Om. Mm-mm. That only a sannyasi through from a sannyasi's mouth only Om will come.
Okay.
Sannyasi will say Om. Om means yeah, very nice. Nice to see you. See you. Come back again. Om. Om. Swamiji will always finish his sentence with Om. Om means over. Okay, thank you. Let's adjourn. And nice to see you. Come back again. So Om has a lot of meaning when Swamiji utters that. They will say, oh, I'm saying that you and I can't say that.
Just the word Om.
Just the single Om, that word, starting with Om and stopping with Om is not to be done by us. Tradition, that's the tradition. If you go to a Veda Padashala and say Om, they will just look at you like this. Where are you coming from? Like that they will say. Because they all know. That's the tradition. Vedic.
Okay.
Is there any specific reason, Guruji? Or is it just tradition that
So,
nobody explains?
well, so Om gives a sannyasa vritti. Om, chanting Om, it creates that vritti in the mind. That tyaga vritti it creates. And is associated with sannyasis. Sannyasis must have the tyaga vritti. But a grihastha cannot afford to have tyaga vritti. Tyaga buddhi can be there, all right. But I am going to that grihastha cannot just run away from family. Family tyaga should not come. I'm giving a general meaning, general why they say that. Because that mantra is so powerful. It will give that tyaga vritti. Yes, this is all meaningless. There's no reality to all this. Absolute reality I'm going to go after. And that person may run away from the family also. That is not correct. Grihastha can't just run away like that. And therefore,
So Mahodaya, let's say we are about to chant Lalita Sahasranam. And before that, some people chant Om 3 times. Is that okay?
as per tradition, all these things are, they're all non-traditional stuff. They're all new age stuff. New age.
New age stuff.
I think so. You just told me that they chant. That must be new age. Because it's not there in the Vedas, it's non-tradition. Traditional ashrams will not do all these things. So people don't know. People have good intentions. They have good intentions by the way. People have very good intentions. They believe in all these things. And so Om has become very popular. And then they give this, these days, what you do is they get those days, there used to be a device where it's just a metallic box. And you just turn, there are some 20 songs, mantras it can touch, it can keep on repeating. So Gayatri Mantra, Om Tat Saviturvarenyam Vargo, it keeps on going. For hours, it can keep chanting. Or you want Om Namah Shivaya, then it will say Om Namah Shivaya. So there are all these, they have made all this very popular. So Om also comes along with that. People think it's correct. So anyway, that's the idea behind it.
Okay, Mahoday. Dhanyavada.
So many yoga ashrams also very popular. They will make you chant Om.
Yes.
When I started practicing yoga, I went to yoga class in Houston. Then they made me lie down, all of us. Shavasana. Final thing is Shavasana, right? And then
Yes.
it's a, oh, sorry. Two problem. One is it's a long Om. The three problems actually. Okay, first of all, this Om is going on and on and on. That's not, Om is three matras. That's it, three matras. That is long one. Second one, you break the Om into Ah, U and Ma. Ah. This is create allergy in people like us. It will create a lot of allergy. We don't need all this pollen and all not needed for us. This kind of stuff itself is enough. But that is second problem. Splitting Om into 3 sounds is not acceptable. Okay, next. Long and then splitting like this and chanting Om by itself. That is the third problem. You can't do that. It's not there. In our tradition, it's not there.
Omkara initiation is there. Many people do that.
That's very cool, huh? Omkara initiation.
Yeah, $500. And Himalayan masters, they say, energized by the Himalayan masters.
So, Mira Narayan, go ahead.
Guruji, then in that case, Kathopanishad is talking about mumukshus, is it? Etat alambanam shreshtam, etat alambanam param. Etat alambanam jnatva brahmaloke mahiyate.
Correct, correct. So it's an alambanam. We initially start, Grasta starts using Om. Om, we chant all the time, right? We all of us, in this class itself, how many times we have chanted Om? Not by itself, by associating with mantras. But then for a sannyasi, Omkara becomes an alam. Very important alam. Sannyasa, one of the things about sannyasa, if you don't know, all mantras are given up. Can you imagine this tradition? All mantras are given up. You don't chant any mantra. Gayatri mantra is still there. You have to give up Gayatri mantra also. Sannyasi has to give up a Gayatri mantra. But the Gayatri mantra is collapsed into Omkara. Pranava. It's called Pranava mantra. Collapsed. All the mantras are collapsed into Om. And therefore, Om. Yama is saying, talking about that Om. He is not saying, Nachiketa, go back home and start chanting Om. Yeah.
And we spoke about the previous mantra speaks about Om is both param and this thing. It's for aparam and param, no?
Correct. Sagunam and Nirgunam.
Nirguna. Yeah.
Indicative of that.
Because in Esvyasa, Om meditation is there.
Somebody should call Nagendra ji and say, I think they become Swamiji's student and all do like this. So he's a nice man. We love him. He's a nice man, nice guy. Very knowledgeable, of course.
He was with Vivekananda Kendra. And he came out from NASA.
Anyway. So that's a tradition. So we are not speaking ill about people or organizations. We have to understand what's what. So it's not that somebody is committing a crime. It's non-traditional. It's non-traditional. If we want to stick to tradition, then we have to acknowledge these niyamas that are there.
So here in this case, the alambanam is along with some other mantra you're initiated. Does that mean that?
In which case? In Kathopanishad case? I have to look at the Bhashyam and all that. And Tika, and also I may have to see the Tika, see if there's any commentary on that. Or check with Swamiji. It's an alambanam. It's a great anchor because it's Ishvara's name. It's an anchor. Alambanam means anchor.
Because the Anvaya says etad alambanam jnatva mumukshu, it mentions mumukshu, brahmaloke mahiyate. So I wanted to know is it individually Om is okay or it has to be, with another.
See, etad alambanam jnatva, he says. He doesn't say japtva. It is alambanam all right. But finally alambanam has to be understood. Jnat. Om is Ishvara's name. Avaman, we just saw. Eternal, what is it we say? Eternal,
Comprehensible.
incomprehensible, aprameyam. Nityam, aprameyam, Brahma, Palanakarta. How do we understand that? So there Yama is saying you have to understand this. You have to understand the aparokshatvam of the Jagatkarta through this alambanam called Om. So we have to be careful not to read too much into this because this is Jnana Kanda, it's not Karma Kanda. And so we have to see, Edat Alamanam Jnatva. To what extent we can extract karma out of it, I'm not sure. Right? I won't go there. Right? I need to not thought it in those terms.
Okay.
That mantra is definitely not asking all of us to chant Om. That much we should keep in mind. And there is of course a Vividisha sannyas. That person can chant Om. Pranava mantra. So this Omkara meditation and all that. Anyway, it's you see why the Shastram is so important. So important to study properly. And you take one thing and then pull it out and then take that as the complete, then get into problems. So anyway, that's non-tradition. We don't have to be shocked by it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maheshji, go ahead.
As Miraji said, I also went few months to that SVS course in Houston. They all would start with Om. Aum also was there. And so does Sadhguru also does the same thing. So that's what was done. The person who was teaching us here before the yoga class and all, we used to do that. I mean, so anyway, something I learned today.
Yeah, so there in that yoga class, which used to happen at this
Star Pipes.
Star
Star
Pipes.
Pipes.
I used to attend in 2001 or 2. I attended.
Yeah, one Ramarao used to be there.
Ramarao and his wife used to teach.
Yeah.
And then, after some 3-4 months of attending, one day she called me, Jayakumar, next class I'm not coming. You please teach the next class. I said, oh, I should teach. I can teach the next class. Is that it? And yeah, go and teach. And so I went. Now, not only I have to be a student and chant this, now I have to be a teacher and chant this. That is the next shock for me. I was learning Vedanta at that time. So much was going on. A lot of thoughts were there. But anyway, it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, they do that several places. It's not as Haraprasadji said, people do that. I've seen it in people doing in temple and all. But anyway, I didn't know till today that I cannot be chanted alone. So
Right. So that's good for us to know. And so Ramarao had passed away. What about Meeraji?
yeah, Meenaji, I think she went back to India. I heard.
Back to India. Yeah.
Bangalore. She went back to Bangalore. Okay.
Yeah, he passed away a few years ago.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
After that, nothing. Anyway, so my question was on this sloka number 22. Initially, you said something about, I think what Shankaracharya had said. At that time, the audio for me was not good. Some klecha or something you said. What is that? I didn't hear it well.
Mlecha.
So, Mlecha, M-L-E-C-C-H-A. M-L-E-C-H-A. Mlecha.
Oh.
Mlecha.
Double cha, right? Cha and cha.
The small cha and the big cha. So, Alpa Prana cha, then
So
followed by
Mlecha. What does it mean?
Okay, you didn't hear anything I said then.
No, that's what I'm saying. I went completely, my audio went, and I don't know what happened.
Oh, okay. And it means originally it meant foreigner, people who are not of this land. Avaidika, people who don't speak Sanskrit, people who are totally alien to Vedic Dharma. All Mleccha.
Oh,
It has something to do with Klaibyam, Lilla, Mle, Klaib.
Mira is trying hard. Yeah. No, that is Kliba. Kliba. Klibasya bhavaha Klaibhyaha. So Kliba is different. Yeah, look into it. No? Vachaspatiam, see what it says. See if you can bring some correction. Okay, Vaidya, go ahead.
Yeah, Jaykumarji, I am reminded of when you talked about the three problems of home. I remember Puja Swamiji also saying something similar. And as a joke, he said if Panini was buried in a grave, he'll be turning in his grave because he'll say, like,
Because you know why? Because the splitting Om is it's like a conjunctive vowel, not even a consonant. It's a combination of A, U, and Ma. Ma is a consonant. But A and U is O. Okay. Suppose there's a name called Vinod. Vinod. V, Nakara, O, D, Vinod. Suppose you call him Vinod. Will he appreciate? Will Vinod appreciate being called as Vinod? Vinod? No, he won't appreciate. I don't think he will appreciate. He'll come back to you and say, no, my name is Vinod. If you say Vinod, it's, you don't have to stretch and all, he will say. So Vinod himself gets upset. And so what we say is splitting the O into A and U. O is A plus U. Correct. That's correct statement. O is a combination of A and U. But splitting A and U is like separating two married people. Consciously making an effort to create a rift between two people. Whatever papa one gets, that kind of papa we get by separating this O or like that. Anyway, I don't want to say too much because there are this Auma is very popular and people may begin to feel guilty and all that. So you do what you have to do, but be aware. Be aware. Because otherwise you sit and say, oh my God, what's going on? You should not. Be aware. We are all Vedantis. We are all we are seeking knowledge, no doubt, but we are also extremely practical. So we don't want to be, penalized by guilt and things. So just knowledge.
yeah. And then you mentioned about Adhanam leads to the dosham. Adhanam is a dosham, and then that leads to Daridryam, the next janma. So similarly, when you learn Shastram, you're supposed to teach to others. If you die without teaching, then next janma you may not be you may not have the brains to, be born with the brains to understand Shastram again. That's also they say.
Correct. Hey, Vaidya, is there a Gita home study or something at Clear Lake?
Not anymore, Jaykumarji.
Okay. Why don't you start one?
Yeah, perhaps. With
Great.
Puja Swamiji said
Yes.
your blessings.
Our friends are all there in Clear Lake. Prasad is there,
Yeah.
sitting.
Yeah.
I think, how did it stop? I mean, I left Houston, but after that also, we used to be on the phone call. We used to study.
Yeah.
Conference call, right, Prasad?
Yeah, Chitra and myself and Bhavanaji were there, three of us
Yeah.
for some time.
From Columbus used to call us.
Yeah, used to be calling from there, correct.
Correct.
And so I think you, Prasad and Vaidya, you should seriously think about this. At least give some thought to it and what it means to start, etc. And we can invite, if Swamiji is there in Salisbury, we can invite him. Or I can help you start the class. I can rejuvenate, bring some energy into it. Think about it. think that's
Yeah, definitely. Thank you. Yeah, and Jayakumar, I just wanted to make a very quick announcement for the people in Houston in your class. Brahmachari Pratyagatmananda Ji Chaitanya, Pratyak Chaitanya, formerly known as Surya Narayana, he's coming to Houston and he's giving a 4-hour session for kids as well as adults at the Sharadamba Temple. This is on the 15th of June, which is coming Saturday. I will send the flyer on the WhatsApp, our group's WhatsApp. And so, Prasad ji and Haraprasad ji, it's in the Shardamba temple in Richmond. So, and then Bhavani ji, for your awareness. So, I hope
that's
I'm not. And Swapna ji probably knows already. So,
yeah. She lives closer to the Sharadamba temple than Haraprasad and Prasad and you. Yeah.
Yeah, Mahesh ji also. No, I did
Oh
not
yes,
know
Mahesh ji
Vaidya
also.
ji.
Sorry, Mahesh ji.
And
I did
Satya
not.
You didn't know about it, Swapna ji?
No, I didn't know.
Oh, okay. I'll send it right away after this class.
So my namaskars to Pratyak Bodha Chaitanya ji,
Pratyagatma.
Pratyak Atma Chaitanya ji.
Yeah.
So he learned a lot from Pratyak Bodha, and
Yes.
we at one time we both shared the same cottage in the ashram.
I see.
He used to come from Salt Lake City. That's where he was working,
Yeah, that's correct.
and
Yeah.
so he was. Then after
Yeah,
that,
and he attended the same class like my brother and sister-in-law at Anikatti, the 2.5 year course,
correct,
Vedanta course.
correct. Very good. My namaskars to Pratyak Atma ji.
Yeah, I'll convey. Yes, Madhi, I'll convey.
So that's a session for children, is it?
So it is, children, and there's one lecture for adults also. So it's a 4-hour program that day. So children, he's going to talk to children. There's going to be some activities for them, as well as this lecture also. So
Very good.
Jagannathan, who is his classmate, you probably know him, Jagannathan or Balaji. He also lives in Houston. He is his classmate from India in engineering.
I see.
So he's the one who is organizing it at Sharadamba Temple.
Okay. You know what? I might know him because he reached out to me some 2-3 years ago, and even recently he sent a message to me saying Pratyak Atma is coming and all that. I think that must be the same Jagannath. Is that it?
Yes, yeah. He also goes by Balaji, his name. Another Balaji, not the Balaji from Purdue. Different.
Correct. So there is, I have his name as Jagannathan Mahadev.
Yeah, I think that's correct.
Yeah, that's it. Because he, in fact, he sent me the poster also.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Said,
so they were classmates in Karaikudi. There is a Institute of Chemical Technology or something like that, right? Electrochemical Technology in Karaikudi.
okay. Oh, Karikudi, correct. Chemical technology. All right. Then mine was to my roommate in Purdue, whose father was the head of the department of that Karikudi, electrochemistry department.
I see. Who
Yeah.
was that roommate?
Sarukai. Look up Professor
Sundar
Sarukai.
Sarukai. Okay.
Sundar Sarukai, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. He was indeed your roommate.
Yeah. Anyway, good. Very nice. Any other questions? All right. Eclipse time. It's time to cruise it. Double the pulling. Okay. So some comments from Ramuji are there. Okay. Seated and worshipped as Vishnu. Good point. Good. Very good.
Tekumarji, one other question. Anybody from Arsha Vidya Parampara was there at Modi ji's swearing in? I saw several sannyasis like Ramabhadracharya and the Pejawar Mutt Swamiji, then Jiyar, Chinna Ji.
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय धन्वन्तरये अमृतकलशहस्ताय सर्वमयविनाशनाय त्रैलोक्यनाथाय श्रीमहाविष्णवे नमः।